Choose what feels better over what feels familiar. Choose what feels better. What feels better over what feels familiar. We have this natural tendency to choose what feels familiar. And the reason for that is because we keep choosing it. It's easier to make a choice that you are already familiar with than to make a choice that you're not familiar with. Let me give you an example. It is so much easier to go to a restaurant and pick the same old thing that you've tried and tested before, instead of taking the risk of ordering something that you have not tried before. And that is so important to understand. It seems more risky because what if I spend all this money on ordering this thing that I've never tried before, and what if I don't like it? Well, that comes from a place of scarcity. That comment comes from a place of scarcity. It does not come from a place of abundance, because the premise there is, I will have wasted money. But you would have gained something. You would not have wasted money. You would have gained some information that is very helpful information for later. And what if you absolutely fall in love with this new thing that you ordered? You see? But we tend to stick to what we already know. This is why a lot of people never change jobs. This is why a lot of people never change careers. This is why a lot of people don't change their spouses or significant others. This is why people don't even take a different route to work. Because this is my tried and tested route. I don't care if you tell me the other route is better. I'm not taking the risk. Anytime you are using the concept of a risk to stop yourself from taking action, stop. Don't take action. Work on your beliefs first, because what this means is that you have negative beliefs about abundance. You've got to deal with those negative beliefs before you take any action at all. That's the key here. When we keep choosing what we find is familiar, things that we've already tried and tested, sometimes we will accept things that we don't like because we are afraid that if we let this go, then what will happen next? I'm afraid because I don't know what will happen next. And this is the whole concept of a bird in hand is worth two in the bush. My mother used to say that all the time. It's something that it's an affirmation I grew up with. A bird in hand is worth two in the bush. Right? Trying new things makes life fun. But a lot of times we don't try new ways of thinking about the same old thing. That's what this is all about. The same old thing. Oh, I don't like that person. That person will never change. I don't like that person. You're not trying a new thing. Oh, I don't want to talk to that person. I don't want to do that thing. It doesn't feel good to go to work and have targets to meet. So I just won't go. I won't go to that party because they'll look at me and they'll all think I'm not dressed well enough. I don't fit in. So I just won't go. Don't go because you're not ready to go, but work on those beliefs. Because those words, I won't go because I know I will not have fun. I can't learn this. I can't learn this. It's too hard. I can't learn this. I don't have enough money to invest, so why should I even bother saving $1? All of these are indicative of choosing what is familiar. What is familiar means I don't have to jog my brain. I don't have to use calories to think differently. It is so much easier not to think differently. But that same old thinking will always hold you back. It's whatever you tell yourself. So are you telling yourself? Are you lining up with the things that you want? That is the key in the end. So you've got to create vibrational readiness first before making different choices. You've got to lay the foundation for making different choices is in the head. You have to give yourself a reason. When we try new things to eat, it's because we have told ourselves that it's fun to try out new things to eat. We have to choose things that are not familiar. Trust is not familiar. I have to choose trust, but trust is not familiar. So I've got to do the thinking work. I've got to do the thinking work to become familiar with trust before I can trust. I've got to get familiar with receiving so that I can receive. The issue happens. The issue is that we are also used to asking, because guess what? We were told to pray. Pray for the things you want. Ask God for them. But if you're asking, you are not moving on into trusting and receiving, because asking is only step one of the manifesting process. If you stay in the asking mode, and you don't move forward into trusting, then you can't move forward into receiving. Trust is the bridge between asking and receiving. Somebody write that down. We can't go to receiving unless we trust. Sometimes acquiring the skills, the know-how, the wherewithal, the resources gives us trust in our own ability. And the problem happens when it's not our own ability that we need to trust, because we have to trust the universe to control for us those things that we don't control. Trust goes out the window because we try to control things that are not under our control. The thing to do is to ask yourself, what do I control? My action. I control what I think. I control how I feel. And I control my action. These three things are under my control. So universe, I'm going to do my part of controlling what I have control over. I will control the direction of my thought. I will pay attention to my emotion, and I will do the work to figure out how to shift my emotion if that is what I need, and I will take aligned action. That is my job, universe. I will do what I control. The rest is up to you. You can control those things that I cannot have control over.